Awan ang tina nakakonect. Aja iPhone ko ah. Aja iPhone ni so nakakonect in today. Hanga ato.
Ano sila tayo? Iingay nila. Ayan sila.
Hi guys. Hello, hello. Kape muna
Ay,
tayo.
nandito para si LG, oh.
Live muna ulit tayo. Kasi sabi ni tita, okay lang daw.
Oo, mag-live ka na at magla-live din ako.
Hey guys,
Celebrity.
tingnan nyo yung mga friendship na dyan.
Lapis. Design. Ang nagara nila. Social na social.
Sigurad, boom lang kita.
Ay, kun. Anya ko man lang, naka-vlog ka, naka-vlog na.
Kibagada nga madik ano ti may isang room.
Wala, buto.
Copyright po.
Sus, ano. Puno-punada lang nga, dikap na ang pang-vlog, ang makapanood ko kanyada.
Ay, aya?
Maniwala ka naman.
Hindi, nag-live ka matanlin. Napakatakas ka
Oo, mga Pilipino kami lahat. Lahat yung mga amba.
Let's watch my YouTube. I mean, you will see what I'm doing. I'm doing a coffee.
Buti nakakuha ka niya, no?
Kasi may diamond.
Independence Day celebration. Ay, tignan ba? Sali mga kanya na rin.
Uy, ganyan naman po. Kasano mo siya. Ganyan po. Yan. Sino? Ikaw. Hindi na kayo. Dali lang kayo. Tingnan nyo guys, hindi nag-start ng program. Mamaya pa. Okay guys, ang iingay nila, no? Ang iingay namin. Hi! Kumusta kayo? Ako na lang muna ang titignan. Kasi nagkakabis. Ganyan na lang. Nakakoto. Mag-photoshoot tayo. Ikaw lang meron yan. Ikaw lang meron.
Itanong ko si Ambassador Luxin, kapatid ni Angel Luxin.
Ha? Ang iingay guys, sorry ah. Kasi andito kami ngayon. Graduate kami ngayon. Graduate kami ngayon. Ayan ang mga KKK. Mag-i-start ng program in a few minutes guys. Diyan muna kayo. Ganun lang yan.
May we request Lady Diana in front, please. Lady Diana in front.
Lekaran ng club, nandun yung subat na sa ito ba gawa mo? Gawa mo ba yan?
Opo.
Damdam mo. Kasama namin.
Ha?
Derwan. Pagkulaan ka right. Pagkulaan mo lang basta ka right. Kita mo nga.
Opo. Hanggang mo lang ito. Pagkuhan mo lang ba sila?
Ikaw muna bahala sa
Opo.
masikip ng ano na.
Kaya. Ay, dito tita ko. Wala naman.
Iwan ko to kasi nakakunik. Tignan mo.
Guys, hindi pa kasi nag-umpisa kasi magulo. Sabi nila, kung guys, sorry ang ingay. Hindi yata maganda. Gusto ko kasing manood kayo sa program natin. Kaya ako maganda. Pero mamaya tatahimik. Kaya dyan ingay. Yeah. Guwapa, itong pangalan yun. Hi! Hi! Ayun. Kogib na pertigil ka. Bisaya. Bisaya. Hi, Aisa. Magla-live muna ulit tayo kasi gusto kong makita ninyo yung graduation namin, yung pagtanggap namin ng yung kwan, ano ba to? Hi, Aisa. Hi, Aisa. Hello, hello. Diyan, nandyan si Kwan, oh, yung ambassador namin, yung nakaputi.
Ano daw? Amerikana? Pilipinyana.
Ayun, thank you, Aisa. Alam, may premyo si Aisa kanina pa. Oh my God, thank you, Aisa.
Guys,
Mag-start na daw tayo ng program. Pero nagbe-picture taking sila. Ando ng Kwan. Mag-umpisa na guys, diyan muna kayo. Tataas ko na lang ganun. Para yun sa harap makita niyo. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Ate, talian ka. Ayun yung ano mo, selfie stick ka.
Ha?
May mga dalang selfie stick. Mga vlogger.
Oo.
Mga vlogger.
Oh, hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Mag-start na ang program guys. Huwag kayo mainip dyan muna kayo. Tinaas ko para hindi po ulo.
Binis mo talaga. Sinungkil.
Ah, sinungkil na?
Kasi kanina yan.
Ah. Pwede rin. Dadalawa lang pala viewer ko kaya nakala mo naman. Thank you, Aisa. You're watching. Yes. Aisa may premyo.
Naganapin ka. Alam mo na kami kita. Kasi puro vlogger ka sa mga. Pin vlogger. Ano ba yan? Photography. Morning at saka photography. Basic photography. Lahat ako na maraming Kinig mo ba ako? Kumain na kayo.
Kita nandun best friend na.
Oo, nakinig mo dito. Best friend mo. Pamigay ko na lang sa'yo.
Hi, FT Kati. Hello, hello. How are you? Andito kami ngayon. May program kami kaya maingay.
Ganito ang pagkain ng Lolo. Paano ang social kumain?
Oh, sige nga, sister. Paano ang social kakain? Paano? Hindi, wag mong ibuka yung bibig mo. Wag mong ibuka
Ganyan
yung
ang
bibig mo.
social. Bakit kung social?
Kunti lang.
Hinawakan mo, dapat nakatingin
Naka-teenager. Where's your teenager?
Pagka hindi social.
Tignan nyo guys.
Who yung tinidor? Dapat yung tinidor mo saan?
Walang tinidor. Ayan. Patiling cowboy. Ayun o.
Hi, Renz. Graduation namin ngayon kaya maingay dito. Ganun daw kakain pag social. Nakita mo?
Walang tinidor dito o.
Thank you, Renz. Hello, hello.
Paano yung kung
Siya na lang muna ang focus natin.
sige nga ulit. Social daw, paano? Hindi yung social na ikaw ang gagawa ng
Yun
new
sa sarili
version
mo.
ng social.
Yung sarili mo.
New version. Hindi New version. Yung ginawa mo kanina.
Ang hirap pala maging social. Ayaw ko na maging social.
New version.
Thank you, Renz. Thank you. Tignan mo yung friend namin, kumakain daw siya ng social. Yung version mo. Ganun daw kakain ng social. Ganun daw kakain ng
Lumakas na yung
social.
lakas na ano, na malapot dyan.
Ay, ano ba yan?
Dapat yan ang social media. Ayan, naging sosi na siya.
Ayan ang social eh.
Dapat Pilipino, sausaw, biscuit, and nagkape. Ay, ko po.
Ay, mahirap maging social. Hindi ko na kaya.
Paulit-paulit
Hindi mo na kaya
yung maging
paulit.
social. Yung, kunwari, ikaw ay artista na very saucy. Na very saucy.
Yeah, gagraduate din siya. Oo, ganun daw maging social.
Mahirap, pinakaway sa tama na.
Nagpa-practice daw siyang maging social. Siya ang princess ng Wales.
YouTube ba yan? YouTube.
Yeah.
Sino sa inyo ang photography dito?
Anong sa YouTube?
Ano siya?
Sheng Derwin.
Pa?
May YouTube ako hindi ko ginagamit.
Bakit?
Ay, gamitin mo yun.
Meron akong meron
Kahit
akong-
nakatulog ka na, may pera ka na darating.
I-active mo lang.
active ko lang.
Kailangan mo ma-reach.
Meron ako niya, ang ginagamit ng anak ko, siyang
Subscribe mo ako at subscribe din. kita.
Subscribe mo ako ha. Subscribe din. Ako na mag-subscribe sa sarili ko.
Oo, sige, sige. Ano mo kanya?
Dito pala nag-practice na kayo.
Ayan na ikaw oh. Ayan na siya oh.
Ah, yun nga.
Subscribe ko muna.
Yeah, okay.
Ayan na siya.
Oh, at ito din, ilagay nyo na dito.
Akin na.
Help each other.
No.
Oh,
Sa kanya din.
ito din, oh.
Bigay mo sa kanya, YouTube. May YouTube ako talaga hindi ko ginagamit.
Gamitin mo kasi patulog-tulog ka na lang. May pera ng
May pera
darating.
darating. Yeah.
Panoorin mo na lang.
Okay, thank you. Sino yun na naman na subscribe?
Nasubscribe na kita.
Okay. Ah, meron ka YouTube? Yeah. Ayan lang yun.
Ang version niya. Ang cute daw ng version mo.
Yung paano yung coffee?
Sa copy daw.
Sa copy
Yung
daw.
version mo ng copy.
Kaya nang bahala ka, turuan niyo ako.
Ganun sa coffee.
Ayan siya ang version niya ng cafe.
Tignan niyo yung new version ng copy.
Coffee.
Ang taas ng...
Oo, nakagano.
Mahirap naman ito.
Parang ganun lang oh. Di ba ano? Di ba yung artista ka daw?
Okay, nakaganon ka.
Ay, ganun ka.
Ganun daw oh. Tapos yung...
Sige na.
Yeah. Tapos, nakaganon.
Nakaganon oh. Yan oh.
Dahil tingnan mo yung hindi talaga mayaman kasi hindi straight.
No, hindi naman yung... Ako ka mahirap na
Hindi talaga mahirap talaga yung maging
Hindi naman yung straight. Ano lang naman ganyan?
Oo na, tingnan mo.
na yan sa...
Kapag-kuskus ng kwan. Ng toilet.
Pag hindi mo talaga kinalakihan maging social, hindi mo kahit magpunta ka na kung ano-ano talaga hindi. Oo.
Natutunan yan, hindi sa mayaman ka, hindi
Pakinggan mo.
sa mahirap.
Taga saan ka sa atin?
Dipolog City.
Taga Dipolog City. Hello, hello.
Ayan na,
Pakinggan mo.
ganito na daw ang pag-ino.
Ganun na lang pag inom.
Yung mata.
Natin yan.
Ay, shoot.
Ay, Diyos ko po. Ay, malulus
Sis naman, na isa ay tahimik lang. Sabi niya, bahala kayo dyan, basta kain lang. Ito naman si classmate ko. May kanya-kanya kami na
Malaki naman yung damit ko.
Nakatutok talaga sa'yo yung camera.
Kasi siya daw magiging siya. Ikaw ngayon ang main star ko, okay? Ikaw ang the main star of the day. Dalawa kayo. Hi, Adeline.
Uy, wala ko.
Hello. Sige na. Sandalin. Sige na, makabidyo ka din na mag-lipstick.
Akin na yung ano mo, subscribe ko ang sarili ko para call back.
Hindi sa kanya, okay na.
Oh, subscribe ka lang.
Oy, ganito nga. Paano ba maglagay ng lipstick pag social?
Wala naman yan.
Wala ba yan?
Yours.
Saan ang YouTube na dito? Ayun. Negative.
Naka-live ba na siya?
Lagay pa ako.
Ano ba yung banda mo?
Ang banyan. Ayun o.
Kaya nagpapaganda sila kasi nagkape sila. Bakit wala kang signal? Beautiful, wala kang signal, oh. Wala kang signal, oh.
Bayad lager na to, hindi nakakabayad.
Thank you.
Hindi nakakabayad.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Pakipanood na lang yan para hindi malagas yung pag-subscribe. Kahit ano lang,
Kahit
seconds
konti lang, oo.
Yan ang
Really.
narinig. Oo, nasa ano kami.
Ito na, mag-umpisa ng program, guys. Yan muna kayo makikita nyo ng... Ipaikot ko muna ng kwan ng bin. Pero nandito kami sa third ng... Ayan ang tita ko. Vlogger din siya. Dikit-dikit naman, guys. Shout out.
Ito yung sa'yo?
Hindi.
Hindi. Ay, sa kanya yata to.
Oo, sa kanya.
Ano nga yung sa'yo?
Did you heard us before? Para sa Facebook.
DJ ka?
DJ her.
DJ.
Hi,
Ano,
shout
ready
out
mo
sa
na yan?
lima akong... Oo, kasi para hindi mawala kahit ako pag nag-subscribe.
May baby ko.
Meron. Yung bagong silang.
Alam niyo ba na natulugan ko yung mga sis? Yung
Hello, meron akong 5 viewers. Hello sa inyo. Dito muna sa mga artistang itong dalawa. Kasi puro ulo yung pagdoon. Ito at least mukha. At least yan o. Yan ang Princess of Wales. Yan siya. Oh. Siya ang Princess of Wales. Ang ganda niya.
Si King Kong.
King Kong, King Kong.
Hindi ka naman pumasok ka.
Nag-ano kayo sa Facebook?
Siya ay Ginger Fernandez, diba? Mag-start na daw tayo. Here, more.
Ay, mamiki.
Ano siyang picture na po?
Yung picture namin.
Ah, siya pala, tita. Hala, hindi ko alam. Pinahawak ko yan nung
Tayo makatayo. Upo para lahat tayo ikatayo.
Ayan.
Si Mayura. Pag-ano mo na, pagka Mayura ang picture natin. Para pag-monetize ka na, makikita ka. Sige po.
Ganun na lang. Ayan, pa-heart daw siya. Pa-heart daw.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the celebration of the Migrant Workers' Day 2023. Okay, so we are all very glad that you are here with us this morning, and we are very lucky to be joined by none other than our Philippine Ambassador, His Excellency Ambassador Teodoro L. Locsin Jr. Sir. And of course, his loving spouse, Madam Louie Locsin, ma'am. Thank you for coming. And of course, our officers from the embassy. We have Deputy Chief of Mission Renita Rodriguez, ma'am. We have Consul Ira Michelle Valdez, Vice Consul Beatriz Alexandra Martinez. We have our Senate Secretary Rosie Segura. We have, of course, our tourism attaché, Gerard Panga. And our very dedicated labor attaché, Yada Ramsey. Naliligaban ang buong fans club niya. Anyway, since our ambassadors are ready with us here at the stage, sir, we'll give you your microphone this morning.
Bear with me. Good morning, fellow OFWs, for I am now an OFW serving OFWs. The peace of God be with you. Salam alaikum. As all rivers flow to the sea, so all prayers go to God who made us all. I'm happy to join you all today in this, my very first Migrant Workers' Day celebration as Philippine Ambassador to the UK and Ireland. We are here to honor the resilience, courage, and invaluable contributions of our more than 10 million Filipino migrant workers in more than 200 countries that benefit from their many talents, total dedication, and admirable work ethic. You have ventured far from home in search of better opportunities and brighter futures for yourselves and your families. You left behind familiar surroundings, loved ones, and the comfort of your homes to face the tougher challenges and greater uncertainties of working abroad. You braved unfamiliar cultures, language barriers, and homesickness. Through your hard work and determination, you have proven yourselves pillars of strength, not only for your families, but for our country. At the United Nations, where the Philippines took the leading part in crafting and pushing through the Global Compact on Migration under then Foreign Affairs Secretary, now again Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, I noted yet another quality. Another quality that is distinctly yours, and that of others in the migrant situation. The human desire to venture into parts unknown, to explore and know more of the world than other peoples, the good and the bad. You first arrived as strangers in a strange land. And the best outcomes, you became friends and family. You made a bigger home of the world. You have been called heroes. You are also scholars of human nature the world over. It is therefore fit and proper that you have been served by a foreign service composed of individuals in most respects like yourselves, adventuresome and hardworking, answering as much the urge to travel and know more of the world by working abroad. Our work, yours and mine, and that of my people here, and of the PFA back home, is cut out for each other. That is why we have been paired. If you take foreign service seriously, as it is meant to be, the protection and care of one's fellow countrymen abroad, the work is not easy. I can vouch for this in the posts where I served as ambassador and as foreign secretary in the world's worst crisis in almost 1,000 years. Indeed, it was humanity's first truly world war, a war of defense against an enemy unseen and thereby deadlier, unknown and so much harder to fight for our ignorance and lack of the right weapons with which to fight it. COVID was a pitiless enemy in taking in as many lives as were lost in the many wars before combined. The Foreign Service served and served well in the pandemic. We repatriated 500,000 migrants all told, even as we rescued and sent back thousands of tourists to their homes. You, our migrant workers, the pride of our nation, have made significant contributions, not only to the economic development of your host countries, but also to the well-being of our countrymen back home and to the honor of our country. We, your Foreign Service, never left you stranded alone. I think we should give each other a big hand of applause. So it is with great pride that we celebrate you all today, our OFWs here in the UK, who are highly regarded by the UK government and your employers, not only for your competence and efficiency, but also for your positive disposition, resourcefulness, and genuine concern for the people, and for the organizations you belong to. Our Filipino workers in Ireland are likewise making you and us here proud for the same reasons. So it is not surprising that Filipino workers continue to be in great demand in various industries. A big number of Filipino workers are in the healthcare sector as nurses, care workers, doctors, radiologists, and occupational therapists, among others. Many are in the business sector, such as accountants and auditors. In the IT field, Filipinos are much sought after as computer programmers and animators. In the fishing industry, particularly in Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland, many of the fishers are Filipino. In the agricultural sector, we have a growing number of butchers, meat and shellfish processors. Our domestic workers are also the most in demand. Are also the most in demand home caregivers. In Libya, ages ago, I went to a school for Libyan children. At the signal from the Filipino teacher, the children sang in Filipino and greeted me in the most touching words of welcome in our native language. In the hospitality sector, demand for Filipino chefs, as well as restaurant managers and wait staff, is increasing, and I'm hoping that the barista will teach me how to do his job. I really like it. The burden on you is immense. We hope our service has lightened the load a little. As an expression of gratitude to you all, our Philippine government has made sure that you have a singularly dedicated home of your own in government. The Department of Migrant Workers, headed by my good friend, Secretary Toots Ople. The next time, she'll be with me on this stage. I knew and admired the father of Toots, Marcos cabinet member and Cory Constitutional Commissioner Blas Ople, who conferred the same distinction on all who work hardest for a living, the Department of Labor. Toots has been my friend and supporter, the one I turned to in dealing with migrant concerns, which she had long made her mission, on her own steam and with her own small, hard-earned resources. I knew you were in the best of hands, and that we had elected the best president possible. When Toots was chosen by Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to head the new Department of Migrant Workers. The DMW is working closely with the DFA in providing better services and more streamlined processes to facilitate your access to government support and protection. I congratulate the graduates of the various skills and livelihood training programs of the Migrant Workers Office and the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration. We wish you the best as you move forward and make the most of what you have learned through these training programs. Our thanks go equally to the trainers for sharing with our OFWs your skills. To all our migrant workers, those present here today, and those scattered across the globe, we extend our gratitude and admiration. Your dedication, sacrifices, and unwavering love for family and country make you more than modern heroes. You're saviors of our country and of our race. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Locsin, for your message. So, yes, we're growing here in the UK. So it started with the healthcare workers. Now we have growing numbers in the agricultural sector. We have butchers. We have fish processors. And Attorney Kat is here with us. She even mentioned about, what do you call that, Attorney Kat? Cheap sexer. So, yeah, so they're going to look at the egg and then determine if it's male or female. So even that job. So that just means that there is nothing that a Filipino can do. Right? Lahat po siguro kayang gawin ng Pilipino. Kaya nga ang team natin for our Migrant Workers Day ay
That's right, Ma'am Sheila. So our theme for this year is actually, ang sipag at galing mo kabayan sa buong mundo ay hinahangaan.
yes.
Yes!
All together.
Ang sipag at galing mo kabayan sa buong mundo ay hinahangaan. So basically, we're just saying it to each other, right?
Alright. Oh, by the way, we forgot to introduce ourselves. You might be wondering, sino kaya ito mga nagsasabihin? Anyway, I am Sheila Aguilar, Welfare Officer of the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration.
And my name is Kim Yeva, so I represent the London Filipino Center CIC, Camarines Filipino Community UK, as well as the Knights of Rizal. And on that, Sheila, I would just like to greet my commanders. So I have Sir Ronald Sipat, the Area Commander for UK, and my Summer Commander, Sir Danny Pabor. So thank you so much.
And I would also like to greet my commander, Laban Ali. I hope we can
Our bosses, no?
I hope you can grant 1 week leave for me after this month. Because I haven't been sleeping for the past few days. Anyway, kidding aside, we are 200. Maybe not exactly 200, but we are about 200 this morning. And we thank you, the Philippine Embassy, the Migrant Workers Office, the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration. Thank you for coming. Okay, so now, without further ado, may we call in our very dedicated labor attaché to give her message. Labatani, please.
Guys, pa naman natin.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Kumusta kayo? Ang gaganda ng mga ngiti ninyo. Ano yan? Ngiting panalo. Yes! Well, of course, we welcome you all to our 28th Migrant Workers Day celebration. Happy Migrant Workers Day! Alam niyo, this is one occasion that we would not allow to be missed. Even in the most challenging, most difficult times of our lives, we managed to hold a celebration. Remember that? At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, who would imagine that the UK, together with Ireland, will be celebrating how good the Filipino workers are? Kayo, kayo ang frontliners. At one time, I heard our dear ambassador, Teodoro S. Locsin, si L. Locsin Sr. Junior. Huwag yung kalimutan. Junior si Senior. Sabi niya, the best ambassadors are our OFWs. And who would argue that? Kayo talaga ang number one. You are so good in everything that you ought to do. If Filipinos put their hearts and mind into anything, they will definitely succeed. And not only that, you do it better than the rest. And in fact, there's one thing about Filipino workers here that keeps on reminding our employers that despite the fact that it is only in the Philippines that we have the labor migration management system, and of course there are a lot of requirements, and still they always come back. And why? Because they keep on telling us the Filipinos are not only good, the Filipinos are not only talented, but what sets apart the Filipino workers is their caring hearts. Malasakit, kalinga, tatak ng isang Pilipino. And to think that we cannot thank you enough, really. But I think, sir, the Philippines, right, is the only country in the whole world that really puts a prime in terms of dedication in helping Filipinos. At sabi nga ni sir, imagine that we have the Department of Migrant Workers. That is your department. That is your tahanan ng OFW. And in fact, our Secretary, Tunes Ople, has 3 mandates and has 3 major instructions to all of us, all in the Migrant Workers Office. One, we have to ensure that Filipino workers will always have access to all the services of the Philippine government and the migrant workers and the Department of Migrant Workers. Second, to ensure to facilitate the service. And in the coming months, you will see the efforts of the Department of Migrant Workers to digitalize all the services. Darating ang panahon, you will be in the comfort of your houses, in your, for example, organizations, and you can just apply anything through online. And third, it is still a mandate to make vigorous our integration program. Sabi, di ba, babalik at babalik at babalik ka rin. And if you do not come physically in the Philippines, definitely your families are there. And one of the trusts is not only to train the OFWs, but also their families back home. And even the children now, they have different sessions to help them to be well, to ensure that they have their well-being, to ensure that they know what their parents are doing, to ensure that whatever investment, whatever skills, whatever sacrifices their parents have, it will also multiply 100-fold when it comes to benefits in their homes and in our country. Sabi nga natin, pag Pilipino, sigurado tayo, mahusay, magaling, at may puso. At sa araw na ito, we would like to thank you all. And of course, under the leadership of our ambassador, we can do a lot better. And of course, with the inspiration of Madam Maria Lourdes Vilosin, Ma'am Louie, definitely we can go places. And with the full support of our Philippine Embassy, definitely nothing can go wrong. At gusto ko rin pasalamatan sa umagang ito. Of course, we have a very lean team, you know that very well. But we were able to process more than 100,000 job orders, man-hour requests. And we attended to numerous and volume of cases with the help of our Philippine Embassy. And of course, one thing that we cannot forget, to continue doing the skills and livelihood training programs for our Filipinos. Sir, nakikita natin na ang gaganda nila, nakangiti sila, pero for sure, wala pa silang tulong. And because they are so dedicated, may mga asawang hindi kumain ng ilang araw. May mga hindi natulog at walang pakialam. Because they want to show to all of us and to the rest that if we put our hearts and minds into something, we can do the best. Sila, they had some hesitations when they were starting. But during the assessment, we were so amazed how good their outputs are. Palakpakan po natin. And of course, who cannot be inspired that here in the UK, we have the first Filipino barrister. And of course, we have the first Filipino nurse who achieved or got promoted as a director in the National Health Service. And at sa inyong mga pipiling marami dito, many of you are silent workers. And you are succeeding in your respective fields. And we are so thankful that in your own little way, you keep on helping our fellow Filipinos, especially the newcomers. Sa inyo pong lahat, saludo po kami.
Thank you.
And to our team, the Migrant Workers Office, Welfare Officer Sheila, AS Ronnie, AS Marge, and AS Marike, maraming salamat. At sa lahat ng tumulong, mamaya we have a time to thank you all. With that, God bless us all. And have a good day.
Hello. Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Paul. Ami Reyes. Guys, round of applause once again, please. Yeah, so truly, we give the world our best. Okay, wouldn't you agree, guys? Okay, so guys, for this afternoon, for today, actually, we would need your cooperation. So please feel free to clap your hands whenever someone's in front, because this is all about you anyway, right? So this is a celebration. So please feel free to cheer for the people that are going to speak, and of course for those who are going to present. Isn't it, Mama? Sheila?
Yeah.
Cheering for each other. Yun naman yun. So, kanina sabi ni Father, unity, yung pakikipagkapwa-tao. So, walang mag-cheer sa kapwa natin Pilipino, kundi tayo din. Tama ba?
Yes!
Speaking of cheering for each other, thank you so. We would like to thank the Filipino community leaders who are with us this morning. So we have Albayanon UK. We have Barista UK. We have People United. Camarines Sur. Capiteños, of course. Ito, sobrang pasasalamat namin dito. E-learning group. Of course, we have NFID. FilmChamp is also with us. PMA, Philippine Muslim Association. Parang puro organization na. Okay, we have the Voice of Domestic Workers. We have Wali.
Yay!
We have Yapak. Live UK, Ate Mads, we have, of course, the Philippine Nurses Association, represented by Claire. We have the Filipino Nurses Association UK. We also have the Filipino Senior Nurses Alliance, represented by Ms. Jen Medina. By the way, Ms. Jen is the first international advisor of the NHS and is connected with the Florence Nightingale Foundation.
So, I need to talk to them.
We also have UFG, United Filipino Global, Ms. Emily. We have Casilieras, Chairman. We have the Guardians.
Sorry, where are the Philippine Guardians?
Philippine Guardians. Nasaan na sila? Nasa to.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Of course, Batangas, UK. Of course, our very supportive Mayor Danny Fabor and Mayor Des Maymanan.
All the way from East Grinstead.
Marites Fabor. Tabawenyo. Paglaman ng Pagpangan. We have Pinlon, Aris. We also have Kapamil Hill. Kapilan Pinoy sa Mill Hill. Ay, nakalimutan ba ako?
Nazareno. Nazareno.
Nazareno.
Film UK. Yes, thank you very much for
Philippine Chaplaincy, Notting Hill. Opal, Filipino Community.
Dami mga community ah.
And of course, as mentioned a while ago, we have here with us our Filipino barristers, our first and only Filipino barrister, Attorney Catherine Lee.
Mostly I was trying to say something because this is actually about my
Wala,
graduate.
bisdak?
So
Sa bisdak
my
ba?
heart is always in my fellow my graduate. So I would just like to let you know na pasasalamat ko because without this person, I wouldn't be here as a migrant, okay? So the first and only barrister, Attorney Catherine Lee, is actually the reason why I am here in the UK. And of course, the organization Sir Jim Alcantara. So maraming salamat po, Attorney Catherine Lee.
And of course, we also have Attorney Crystal Dias, Attorney Dana Quinto, free legal advice, medyo, medyo ka-friend kami lagi. Of course, we have Barrister Len Furlong, who's been helping us with our cases. And ganito, suki namin, si Solicitor Aris Ibarrondo. So every time we have a problem, we always call Solicitor Aris, and he's also a speaker for our post-orientation arrival seminar.
Tinuturabi na, hindi ko lang kaya yan. Hello,
Okay. Also with us, of course, our trainers, which you will recognize later. Palakpakan naman natin ating our skills training program. And we have judges mamaya because we're going to have a skills Olympics later this afternoon. And we have judges. Ang judges po natin ay hindi basta-basta. We have chef na judge for our patisserie display and our cake decorating competition. We have a professional photographer, National Geographic lang naman ho. Later, we will recognize all of you for our photography competition. And we have hotel managers, later they're coming, to judge the barista and bartending competition. So are you excited?
Yes!
So before we continue with our program, we invited a very talented performer to sing for us this morning. So, she is a Filipino-British singer, songwriter, and a 6 times champion of the world who has represented United Kingdom at the just concluded World Championships of Performing Arts in California. She had worked in bands, singing in different local cruise ships and commercial establishments. She's a nurse and a music educator. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Rex C.
Hello everybody! Pasensya na po kayo, hindi ko po ako, but I'm pretty sure you know this song po. My name is Rexy, and I'm so honored to be part of this very special event. Talagang honored po talaga ko. So I would like to dedicate this song to each and every one of you because I admit na in myself na isa rin po akong migrant worker and I'm very proud to be one. So, ang kanta po ito ay bibigay ko sa inyo lahat. The title of this, Ang Buhay Ko. Pilipino, kaya-kaya natin. So, I hope you like this one.
actually had the opportunity to listen to her during the Jeffrey Hidalgo concert by CWC. So well done po. Okay, and for representing the UK in the White Copa. Okay. Okay, so now guys, we are actually privileged. Okay. Okay. We are privileged, okay, to have a message from the Secretary of the Department of Migrant Workers, albeit virtually. Okay, so are we prepared? Let me introduce to you the Secretary, Maria Susana Toots B. Ople of the Department of Migrant Workers. Let's listen.
Ito na yun siya, Maria Susana.
So the Department of Migrant Workers, you know who to contact. But I don't think we will go to that point. Do you agree? Okay, Ma'am Ami and the team, okay, is one of the kindest. Okay? And now, we will be graced by another presence, virtually again. So under the Department of Migrant Workers, of course, we have the OWA, okay? Or the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration. Okay? Finally, I said it. Okay, OWA. Okay, so we will hear from the administrator himself, Arnaldo Arnel Ignacio.
Arnel Ignacio.
Thank you so much, Admin Arnel. Okay, so the next part of our program is an inspirational speech from the Hospital Director of Nursing at the University Hospital Sussex, NHS Foundation Trust. He is the first Filipino nurse to hold a top nursing directorship role in the National Health Service. Prior to this, he was the deputy chief nurse at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Kingston NHS Foundation. He completed his Bachelor of Science Nursing at West Visayas State University in Iloilo City in 1996. He worked as a registered nurse in the Philippines until he migrated to the UK in 2001 to work in the NHS. In one of his media interviews, he mentioned that when he was starting at the NHS, he would be the happiest Filipino nurse that he could. He would get the post of a senior staff nurse. But he got a lot more than that. Because of his dedication and passion for nursing excellence, he is now the highest ranking Filipino nurse in the UK. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Edmond Tabay.
Thank you very much indeed. So, to our ambassador to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, His Excellency Chidori L. Singh Jr., to the officers of the Philippine Embassy in the UK, to the Philippine Overseas Labour Office, team headed by Ana Reyes, the fellow overseas Filipino workers, guests, and the representatives, and at the same time, the lead for the various Filipino diaspora groups in the UK. Good morning. Again, thank you very much, and it is my privilege and it's a great pleasure to join everyone here today to celebrate the Filipino Migrant Workers Day, and at the same time to be given an opportunity to share with you my experience and my journey, and at the same time to remind everyone here today the power that lies within each and every one of us. So my name is Edmond Tabay. I am from Iloilo, and I come from a small town of Tubungan, which is in Western Visayas. And I came, as I mentioned earlier, I came here in 2001. And I think I'm one of those people, just like you, who ventured to come to the UK. So we left our family back home, and within the comfort of the things we've been doing back in the Philippines. But again, we have to recognize that sometimes we have to do those things. And personally, I'm going to tell you that I'm one of those who would support my family back home. And I think it's one of the reasons that we do that. But there are so many reasons why we leave the Philippines. So if I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read something here. When I first embarked on this about several years ago, I know there will be so many challenges, as Ambassador Lansing mentioned earlier, the cultural differences, the language barrier, and at the same time, as a nurse, it is that responsibility that we'll be looking for those people that we didn't know of in terms of their background, in terms of their practices, which is quite different from what we use in the Philippines when we're practicing nursing back home. But I also knew that I had a burning passion in terms of how to improve people's lives, and at the same time how to help individuals that need, in terms of their needs professionally, and at the same time the healthcare needs of those individuals. Everyone here today, all of us, we are the brave souls who have embarked on the journey of sacrifice, resilience, and determination. Just like you, I have faced countless challenges, at the same time overcome insurmountable odds, and make me a stronger person. And to give context to what I have just said, I started my career at Stoke Mandeville Hospital in Buckinghamshire as a registered nurse. And it was mentioned earlier that when I started my career here, I said, if I would be promoted as a senior staff nurse in the UK, I would be the happiest nurse. And I thought it was the end, and that was the pinnacle of my career. And I used to work with a very a very supportive ward sister, or we call them Ednas back home. And when I was talking with her, I said, you know, sister, we call them sisters here. You know, sister, I cannot do the job, and I cannot see myself doing the job. And you know what she said? You know, Edna, there are things in our lives which sometimes we cannot control. And after that, I said, is there something that I can do differently? So I was promoted as a deputy charge nurse at the time, and then I became a ward manager for